What's up, guys? Welcome to the Red Tape Podcast. I'm your host, Demerious Nelson. This is brought to you by For the One Media, where we move progressively forward in a conservative way. Woo! Not 41, but For the One Media. I usually have people come to me and say, man, 41, man, that sounds cool, man. You got a 40? Like, nah, this is For the One Media, man. That means we're standing for something greater than ourselves. For the One. You get it? All right. Today we're going to discuss AB, better known as Antonio Brown. We're going to talk about professionalism and much, much more. Y'all stay tuned. It's the Red Tape Podcast. All right, guys, let's get right to it, man. I know a lot of y'all didn't hear about the drama between Antonio Brown and his general manager, but I'm going to talk about it because I know y'all got real lives, so y'all don't care about what's going on in the sports world. But I think we should care, man, because our kids watch sports most of the time. Most kids watch sports. Are they watching these larger-than-life figures because it's, drilled down in them on TV every day? That's why some parents don't even allow their kids to watch TV a lot of times because they don't want them to see all the heebie-jeebies in the world. Which I think you should let your kid watch TV because there is a real world. Now, it's not always on TV, but, you get to see what the world looks like from different perspectives outside of movies. So what's popular on TV right now? What's always been popular in the last 10 years? We got all of these shows where they're showing real life. I can't even think of the name right now. But they show the life as they think it should be. Or they show the life that's full of drama. And most people are like, man, I don't even live a life with that much drama in it. But the show must go on. So they're going to show it on TV always and forever because people do like drama. People are gravitated to other people's mess. It's amazing. You don't like trash in your house, or maybe some of y'all do. There's some nasty people out there in the world. But you don't like trash in your house, but you love to see trash. You don't like trash on your streets, but you love to hear about trash. You don't want to see none of that stuff around you, right? In your immediate area, but you love looking at it from afar. You love seeing other people destroy themselves. Not everybody, just only a few of us out there like that. Maybe not anybody at all. Because I know I don't think like that, but some people that I do know, they do like a little drama. They think drama is good for life. Now, the only drama that's good for life was in a movie, for me. Now, there are times in life you're going to have drama. People die, things happen that are tragic in life, and drama does come. But the drama I want to talk about today is the drama that we can prevent. Now, we got a situation where we got Antonio Brown. He's been through a few little things up to this point. Okay, his helmet. Okay, he used to his helmet that he wears because he wanted to remain comfortable and he haven't had any head injuries or neck injuries. So he liked what he had. Okay, I get it. It's over 10 years old, but there's rules that you got to apply to. Now, the big boss, the NFL says, look, we don't want you to wear this helmet anymore. We want you to find a new helmet. So he found a new helmet. But see, I've been watching Hard Knocks on HBO. It's pretty good with the Raiders. But, people, the most intriguing players are the ones that got the issues. And you just wonder why. But, the other intriguing players are the ones that can remain successful for a long period of time and remain professional over that period of time. So you got people like Tom Brady and the Russell Wilsons they're still larger than life. But, they live they button up. So you don't know much, which is what I like. I like people that are private but professional. And then you got some of the other ones like this Antonio Brown. And the thing that bothers me and make all my homies shake their head is because it's a black man that's acting out. You go into your boss's office. You got to keep in mind who's in charge. You might be making $30 million, promise to get $30 million guaranteed, but you do have to remember there is a line of authority, and there is respect as a man. You got to show somebody. Now, I don't know the whole story, but I do know that the thing that the media is sharing, you got to be careful with the media and what they're sharing, is they say that he threatened to punch him in the face. And I guess it was a dispute because Antonio Brown, he got fined. I guess he felt like he's bigger than the rest of the team, so he shouldn't be treated like everyone else. Now, I was raised in a household where my dad said, I'm treating everybody the same way. It's equality in here. Socialism. No, I'm just kidding. It's not socialism, but he wants to understand that it's fair in the house. Now, all is fair in love and war, but there is a way you have to conduct yourself. Now, if I go up to my dad and I had enough for you, I'm about to punch you in your face. As a kid, even now, I can only imagine what had happened to me. And that's, that's family. You do things like that. Now, you shouldn't do things like that. But getting to this situation, see, you're raised to be a professional. And I think some people, we're losing the professionalism that we have. And you see it a lot of times in the workplace. And it make you shake your head and you're like, oh, man, what are they doing? So you really got to think about that situation. You got to really think about the importance of professionalism. And it's for you, but it's a lot of times for the other people that's watching you. You don't want to ruin the hard work that you've done in the company all over a moment of blowing up. Now, there's been a few times that I've blown up at work. I remember one time this lady was, in my way. I'm trying to direct a certain way, and this lady comes over and just overstepping me, drowning me out, talking loud and everything. And I got mad. I said, man, you get out the bleep, bleep, bleep. And I went and told the boss, and they was like, oh, man, are you okay? Demerious, you normally don't act that way. Yeah, I'm fine, but I'm good. You just don't know that side of me because I do my best to smile at work and say, yes, boss, and I'm going to get the job done, boss, and that's it. No, not for real, but I try to do the best I can at work. But one thing I do not, my pet peeve of mine is don't overstep me if I'm already doing something. All right, FYI, if you ever run into me, if we ever work together, we ever collab or anything, let's collab. You have your voice, I have mine. Now, with my personality, I have to remember all the time that sometimes I can be overbearing and I can drown out other people, so I have to remain quiet. That's why most times I sit back, listen first before I interject. That's part of being professional in the workplace. Everybody has a voice. Now, not in every situation, everyone's voice should be heard, especially when you got to make critical decisions, because you got to get right to it. We don't have time to hear this person's opinion, everybody in the room, before we make a decision. Sometimes you got to hear this person, this group of people, one spokesperson for that, to make things happen. Now, I'm going somewhere here, guys. You just got to follow me. Now, you're listening to AB if you don't know it, if you know situations like that. This guy exploded on this man and said what he's going to do. Now, in the world that we're in right now, you can't even mention anything about hurting anybody. You can't mention anything about anything because it's going to be taken in a way, especially this situation. They said they almost went to fisticuffs over maybe the letter that Antonio Brown, there was a private letter, about his fines, his love letter telling him that we're about to fine you $40-something thousand, $50-something thousand. But this man has a job to do just like Antonio Brown has a job to do. Sometimes you got to stay in your lane. One thing I do love about football, one thing I love about the Patriots and Bill Belichick, one thing I love about business people who do the job and they do it well is that's the key. They do the job. They say do your job. That's what we got to learn to do. Do your job. I was talking to my buddy and I said, if we just learn to do our job, we do what we need to do and stop worrying about everybody else or stop worrying about the treatment that you should have, the world would be in excellent shape. We wouldn't be on the path of destruction that I feel like we are on right now. We wouldn't be so divided and divisive in America if we could just remember professionalism first and also remember to respect. Because what is professionalism to you guys? To me, it's to remain on a straight line, even in the face of adversity, even when the world hates you, even when people want to see you fired, you remain professional. Now, in your private life, you got to say a few words, say a few prayers so you don't go off on somebody. But you do have to come back out of that office after you finish taking that break, punching the walls or punching, air punching. You got to come back in and say, all right, I should have did this way. Let's talk like men. Let's talk like women. That's professionalism for me. And in this situation, I hate to see the same people seemingly making the same mistakes. Now, I don't know this man. I don't know his personal life, and most people don't. But I know it's the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers let him go. And it's the reason why this guy is on the verge of getting suspended. But you always have to remember there's two sides to the story. But a lot of times your side won't get heard if they don't see the professionalism in the midst of adversity. Nobody want to hear somebody when they're always talking. That's why you got to be mindful of how you talk. That's a part of professionalism as well. Being mindful of what you're doing, your surroundings. There are subordinates in that room, AB. They're watching what you're doing. They're like, do we want this guy on our team? Yeah, I know you're talented. You can be ultra talented. You can be the most talented. You can be Michael Jordan. And everybody know what Michael Jordan is as a person. Knows how his personality was, how he treated other people. The one thing undeniable about him is that he was a winner because he did his job and he made sure that you did your job. That's a true leader. It's just in the aspect of basketball. I don't know what he does in the rest of his life, but as far as basketball, he was a leader on the court. I don't know how he did the rest of his life. But just using that analogy to show that that's what we got to do. Do our job, be the best you can be, and people are going to gravitate to you anyway because you are who you are. Now, this guy has a larger-than-life personality, big smile, and people like him for that. But he also, with that, if you the same thing that helps you can hurt you. That same big smile people see, but then you talk to somebody that way, like, this guy just fake. That ain't no real smile. He's just doing it for the camera. They start hating your best qualities. And you don't want them to hate that. You want them to embrace that. You want them to come to you and be warm if it's possible. Not everybody going to like you, period. You can smile and happy-go-lucky. You can be mad. Somebody hates you either way. But when you're gifted and you have the ability and you're in the position to do things greater than yourself, you got to remember that. Now, I know this is just sports. But in life, and it's bigger than that because in life, there's people that making real change in the communities and all those things. And if you act adversely, not saying you don't have the right to be human, but you have to be careful about your humanity in situations where you don't have time to do that. Just like right now in this situation, he has a team that is definitely dependent on him. This guy is the best receiver in the league. They depended on him, but because he let his humanity get in the way of his professionalism, now he may be out of a job and $30 million. They said possibly they could take $29 million from this guy and get rid of him, give him just $1 million because he's a subordinate and his superior. He got into a dispute with his superior, and that's not great. That's not good. So I just want to say to y'all, remain professional in your situations, guys. I know it's not hard. I know it's not easy. I know it's trust me, I know it's extremely hard. You work with people, you be like, huh? He did what? How you get this? When they going to promote you apply for a job and, all those things just start getting under your skin and you start becoming disgruntled. But you got to remember, remain professional because even though the people right now don't see it, it might not be meant for them to see because there's something better coming. Always. And then when you're blessed to play a child's game to get this kind of money so you can help make change in the real world, man, that's when you got to just say, I got to eat this one. Because, my family taken care of, but I got to take care of the world. But not everybody think like that. That's how I think, man. I want to do these things. I want to make this money. I invest so I can help the world. So I remain professional. I continue to educate myself because I want to be able to help the world get free. And I know it's not all with money, but that helps. So, hey, God, let's stick together, man. Let's continue to help one another. That's the only way we can change this world. That's the only way we can change this world. Hey, y'all remember, man, to check out For the One Media. Man, it's got great content on there. Also, make sure you check out the Red Tape Podcast, Spotify, all your Apple Podcasts, Google Play. It's on all your streaming sites. Give it a shot. Check it out. See if you like it. All right? Please. And if you like it, make sure you rate it. Give us a good rating. Now, we need all 5 stars. That's all we can do, man. We can't do anything less. Subscribe to it. Because we're trying to make things happen here. We're trying to change minds, change the world. It sound like I'm begging yet. No. It's like, man, please, man. No, but anyway, make sure y'all check that out. All right, I got one more thing for y'all that I want y'all to consider. Now, I put this on Instagram, but I want you to remember this. In everything you do, be grateful. Stay determined. And stay focused. And the reason why you have to do these things, because I know a lot of times we come from situations in life that it was unfortunate situations that hurt us. And, it may debilitated us in our physical form or in our mental form or in our emotions. We become afraid to love. We become afraid to, you might lose your eye so you don't want to show your eye. You might lose a limb so you're afraid to go around people. You never show your beauty because the beauty is in the pain that the person has. But unless the people know you're in pain, they can't see the beauty in you a lot of times because you're all bundled up. You're all afraid. So be thankful for where you're at in life. Be thankful for what you have. And remember, focus on what you have. I know you focus on the future. I know you focus on where you're trying to go in life. I know you focus on what you want and your purpose, but don't be so distracted by your purpose that you forget to take care of the purpose that you have right now and what you're living in. Whether you have a family, whether you have great friends, whether you have a good job, whatever you have in your life that you have, be grateful for. And if it's not good, filter it out and keep working for things to be better. But one thing is for certain is Satan and the world is after what you have. And Satan's after what you have because he knows where you're going to go. He knows where you could possibly go if he do not distract you, if he do not meddle in what you have. He knows your destiny. Now his job is to keep you from reaching that destiny. So he's going to create chaos in your life, totally annihilating everyone around you if he can. But there's somebody called Jesus that can prevent that. But you got to get to know him, guys. But you got to also get to know yourself too. But I just want to remind y'all as a warning, remember that he's after your mind. He's after the minds of the people around you. So you all can be distracted and stand at war with one another. So I had to make sure I throw that in there today. Remember the world and men. When I say the world, that's man. That's all of us. When I speak of that, the world, a lot of times, they don't know what you're going to do in life. They know the possibilities of what you could be, but they don't know. See, Satan knows. He knows your destination. He don't know how you're going to get there because between you and God, but he knows what you could possibly be, and it strikes fear in him. And that's why he's attacking you and allowing you to doubt yourself and all these things, because it strikes fear in his heart, if he had one, because he knows that if we get this man, we get this young lady on track, he going to change the world for the next 100 years because he going to find some cure for something. He's going to change somebody's life. I got to keep him from being a great dad because he's going to change those kids. You see, his task might just be a good dad, a great dad, or a great mom. But that offspring that he have, that she has, oh man, that they have, they going to change the world. So I'm going to do all I can to trip the adult up so I can get the kid, or try to take the kid's innocence and then distract the adult by it because of it. So y'all remain focused and protect your mind and continue to pray and stay focused on educating yourself, and be positive in your life and love continuously. Never cease from praying. Y'all remain focused. Love your family. Love what you have right now. Remember, there's opportunity in front of you. You might not be able to see it. Just sit down for a second, take a deep breath, and then you'll see it. And if you don't have the opportunity that you want, create it by educating yourself, surrounding yourself in a good community and sharing that good love with other people, all right? Hey, this is the Red Tape Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Demerious Nelson. This is brought to you by For the One Media. Like I said, we move progressively forward in a conservative way. If y'all like this, you want us to continue producing these shows, you got to subscribe, guys. You got to subscribe, share it, like it. 5-star rating only. That's what we like, the 5 stars. 5 stars. All right, guys. Hey, y'all have a good one.